Hey everyone, my name is Pastor Tony Nganga. I'm the pastor with Uwezo Church here in Dallas, Texas. And I'm delighted that today we are celebrating 1 year anniversary.
So, Pastor Tony, I know that you are happy and you are delighted about this day, the day that the Lord has given unto us to celebrate the 1 year anniversary. And we really want to know, in this 1 year, what are you really celebrating? I know God has been good to you, so can you briefly take us through about what exactly you are celebrating about the anniversary?
Exactly what you are celebrating about the anniversary is number one, we are celebrating the growth that God has given us. Number two, that we are celebrating to see we have also grown spiritually. A lot of people have grown up from where they were to where they also God has answered prayers. We are seeing God answering our prayers. And also we are celebrating that we are breaking through nations. Yes.
And I can also see that based on your mission statement, the core values contained in your mission statement there is that you want to equip, motivate, and empower. So briefly take us through how have you been able to accomplish that within that one year?
Again, I normally say that every soldier, for them to fight from any barrack, they have to be equipped. The aspect of being equipped as Christians, also we are soldiers in the army of the Lord. So anyone who is equipped, they can be able to target the enemy, not just to target, but also to fight and win every battle. Empowering people has to do with giving them the necessary tools that they are required to succeed in life. And number three, motivating people. People who are motivated, they are not woken up to go and do the assignment. So people who have motivation, they have an inner drive to go and pursue.
Okay, so and looking back when you started the church, I'm pretty sure you had a vision for it. You had goals that you intended to accomplish within, let's say, maybe 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. Briefly tell us, where are you at and how have you been able to accomplish those goals?
To start with, I started a church with a bill that was a very huge bill. One of the greatest accomplishments we have made is with a very few people we are able to clear the bill. So in the kingdom of God, I have also learned a lesson that it is not the numbers that counts, but it's a grace that counts in the numbers. The other thing we have been able to accomplish as a goal, in the kingdom of God, when you're serving God, I don't think you set goals. You pursue the call. As you pursue the call, then God gives you assignment. And when you pass one assignment, He trusts you with more assignments. Therefore, and that is why you find most of people are stagnated in the kingdom of God. Because if you do not pass the test in that level, then He cannot entrust you in the next level. So what I can say, I'm on the mission and on a call to pursue the calling of God in my life. And each and every day as I'm pursuing that, God continues to entrust me with new roles.
That is true. So looking back, when you started, I'm pretty sure there are challenges that you encountered along the way. I'm pretty sure this 1 year has not been easy. So can you briefly tell us some of the challenges that you encountered and how you were able to overcome them?
One of the challenges we have been facing, we have a word Uwezo, which is a Swahili word. Most of us in this community, they don't know how to pronounce the word Uwezo. African American, they have a problem with that. We have come up with another slogan calling it Life Restoration Center because it is what it is. A lot of people, they needed to be restored in their life. Joel 2, the Bible says that I will restore. Jeremiah 30 verse 17. All we are here is about restoration. So because of that, that's something we are trying to see. It is a challenge that we can reach out the community and still see the image that we are creating with our Swahili word. The other thing is that being a Kenyan church, trying to reach out to the white people, the Caucasian, and also the African American and other nationalities. It is an international city. That's a challenge we are trying to break forth. And by the grace of God, we are still doing that. We are committing April to reach out to those souls. Another challenge is the leadership challenge. Everything rises and falls on leadership. Poor leadership and poor governance definitely cannot bring growth anywhere. And because of that, another challenge is of raising leaders, people who have never taken responsibilities before. I have taken them to take leadership roles. And by that, we have set an example in the community that even young people, they can take leadership roles. And by the grace of God, we have been able to do that.
Yeah, and I also noticed that you also have a publishing ministry. You've been able to publish various books like Date with Destiny Can you briefly take us through your publishing ministry? How have you been able to reach out and impact the community with that ministry?
Someone said that your life will remain the same for the next 5 years apart from two things: the books you read and the company that you keep. So I believe for me to change these people in my community, in my society, these people I'm calling disciples that I'm raising, I have to change the way they think. And because of that, I came up with Tony Nganga Press. I have published 8 books. I'm the author. I have helped 14 people more to publish their own book. All of them, they are selling on Amazon.com. And I did that because publishing one book is very expensive. And by the grace of God, all my 8 books, they're selling on Amazon.com to equip people. Again, back to my mission, to equip, empower, and motivate people.
That's great. That's great. So,
Yes.
also on the part of serving the community, how have you been able to change the community? Because I'm pretty sure when you came to this community, the Plano Kenyan community, there is a way that you found it. How have you been able to change it to where it is? How? Briefly take us through.
One of the things I know about a church being in a community is we are the church agents. We are the voice of the community. And we are also like a tea bag. When you put tea bag in a lot of in large quantities of water, the color has to change. So much may not have been done. We may not have done much in the community, but by the fact that we are concerned about reaching out to them this April, has been our long-term goal.
Okay.
Yes.
And who has been your greatest inspirer, like motivator? What inspires you for the last 1 year? What keeps you going?
The number one, what motivates me is to know that I'm called. Jeremiah said, "It is just like fire shut up in my bones. I cannot contain it." So even when you may not find anything to motivate you, there is an inner drive that tells you, "I have called you, I have equipped you for all that it takes to pursue any call." Let me tell you, my brother, the grace of God will never take you. The will of God will never take you where His grace cannot sustain you. If it is His will and there is a bill to pay, it is His bill, not your bill. If it is something that is a closed door that it looks like a mountain, it's the will of God to go through it, the grace of God will be with you.
So do you have like an individual who inspires you?
Yes, I have Dr. Chris Bowen. Dr. Chris Bowen is my mentor. He has been my professor at Bureau Heights University. He also motivated me to write a book. Let me tell you, one of the things that you need in this life to succeed is a destiny mentor.
Okay, that's all we have for you today. We are glad that we are able to join you here to celebrate the 1-year anniversary. And through what you have said, we have also felt inspired to go out there and make a change ourselves. So it's been great. So thank you so much, Mr. Tony.
It's been my pleasure as well. Bye.